If one of the nodes does not belong to that particular community, then this will be 0 and the product will be 0 and the probability will come up to 0. Let's see an example of that. So we have seen the formula. How we're gonna compute the probability that two nodes or people in the Facebook data are likely to become friends if they're in the same community. So this is the formula. We took exponent of the factor likelihoods for each one, but we can simplify this formula. So we can simplify this formula. Because if we have multiple overlapping communities, because this up here is for a single community, and so we're gonna replace that here. And if we replace that here, the ones will cancel out, and we're gonna get this as the result. So these are the sum of the communities. This is the sum of the communities, and these are the strength factors. And that's a product of the strength factors. So that is a dot product, and since we are multiplying vectors, we can write it down like this. So we have simplified our formula to that equation, and let's see how we can compute the likelihood that two people will be friends if they belong to the same community. So we have the one person U, another person V, and a third person W. If we look at, these are the communities. This is community A, B, C, and D. This is our matrix F that we were looking at earlier. If we're going to compute between U and V, this is this number right here. What you will notice is that probability for first community is 0 for the U. If we multiply that, we're gonna get 0. It means this person is not part of that community. This person is not part of the next community. So that's a 0. That's a 0. Both of them are not part of the C community. The only community that both part of is G. So we're gonna multiply this, and we're gonna get that number. We're gonna get 0.2 times 0.8. We're gonna get that number. So this is the probability that those two will become friends, based on all of the communities they are part of. Now, and so we're gonna take one exponent of that, one minus exponent of that, and this is the number that we will receive. Now, if we compute for U and W, you're gonna see a different situation. Community A both have a 0. Community A both have a 0. For community B, is the only one that they are both a part of. For community C, the first one has a 0. For community G, the second one has a 0. So the only community they're both a part of is B. However, so they're still part of one community. However, their coefficients are stronger. 1.2 and 1.8 is much bigger than 0.2 and 0.8. So when we multiply them and apply the formula, we get that a much higher probability. So what this is saying is those guys are much more actively playing basketball than the other two guys are playing squash. These are active members, so the probability is higher. And what you will notice for V and W is that for V and W is that they have no common communities, because either one is, for A, this one is not a member. For B, the other one is not a member. For C, same, is not a member. And for D, the second one is not a member. They share no common communities, and probability is 0 for them to become mates. So do not share any community.